in her first race in the 100 meters since her second place win in the finals of the women's 100 meters at the Jamaican National Championships. Jamaica's Tia Clayton, one half of the famous Clayton twins, takes second in a okay display of her sprinting prowess. Let's discuss. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. You do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video each one today here at Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. And ready? Yeah, good to go. Well, she's always been the darling, one of the darlings of Jamaica in terms of Jamaican track and field. But when she ran in the semifinals of the Jamaican National Championships in the women's 100 meters, a new PB, and placed ahead of Shericka Jackson, running a very impressive 10.86 seconds, and came back to take second ahead of Shelley and Fraser Price, the five-time world champion in this event, running a very impressive 9.90. We knew that Tia Clayton's predictions about her readiness for the Jamaican National Championships was on point. Now, since her remarkable run earlier today, she ran her first 100-meter race, and of course the entire world was waiting to see what she would deliver in that run.
Set. And across the globe, set, bang, where they go. Kemba Nelson, Fraser Price got an excellent start. Tia Clayton is running the race of her life. Shericka Jackson turns on the afterburners now. Spectacular performance. 10.79 the flash time. Shericka Jackson, big performance on the big occasion, sends an ominous message from Kingston to Paris. Awesome performance by Shericka Jackson, the World Championship.
Competing in the women's 100 meters at the Gulai István Memorial 2024 against the likes of the eventual winner of the 100 meters, that's the American Tamara Davis, and of course the other remarkable Jamaican young sprinter, Crystal Slowly. The young Tia Clayton, who has the entire world on fire because of her performance at the Jamaican National Championships, took second in a, I'm not going to say terrible, but not her best performance in the 100 meters. We'll discuss why. Tamara Davis won this in 11 seconds flat, that's 100 meters. Tia Clayton came second in 11.06. Crystal Slowly came third in 11.15, and Natasha Morrison came fourth in 11.19. Zoe Hobbs came fifth in 11.20, and Tamara Clark sixth in 11.25. Now, this may not have been the most impressive times, but I want you to watch the race and let me know what you think of Tia Clayton's performance as well as Crystal Slowly.
Strong start from Tamari Davis. She's put the young Jamaican under pressure. Tamari Davis trying to run away from the front. Strong start, strong middle. Is it going to be a strong end from Tamari Davis? It is. It was a great start for Tamari Davis, and I don't think she let up at all.
Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. Truth be told, I really wasn't expecting anything more than she did. I did expect her to win because I believe she could have won this race, meaning Tia Clayton. Tamara Davis did run a solid race, got a great start right through to her drive race, right through the line, and Tamara Davis ran hard. 11 seconds was a decent run for this, the American. Tia Clayton didn't get a very steady start. It wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't really one of her best. I don't think she executed her phases very well. In the, I would say, 60 to 80 meters, she sort of started to push. She was closing in on Tamara Davis, and then I think she remembered what her coach told her. Look, just do enough. Just go through the rounds. Make sure your legs are okay. Let's see how you travel. Let's see how your body adapts, etc., etc., etc. I don't really think Tia Clayton was there to win. This is the honest truth. She could have won had she executed the race better. She just didn't execute the race very, very well. Crystal Slowly, I believe, ran a better race in terms of the execution of that race. Now, Tia Clayton's time, 11:06, is not impressive. But, you know, Tamara Davis ran 11 flat. I mean, nobody was really running crazy times here. And the truth is, I'm not really expecting anyone to be running crazy times a couple weeks before the Olympic Games. I guess it's good to have the athlete run a meter or two if you can prior to the Olympic Games. But for me, my only challenge with this particular run is I thought that Tia Clayton could have executed the race better. And it was evident to me that she sort of eased up in the last 10 meters, because I don't think the instructions were for her to particularly run hard. You know, she did what I expected her to do, but I did think her race execution wasn't the best I've ever seen her. Start wasn't great. Into the drive phase wasn't great. She put on a mad rush in the last, I'd say, for about 20 meters between about, I don't know, 70 to about 80, and then she sort of backed off. Probably because she realized she couldn't catch Tamara Davis, or she was just following instructions. I didn't anticipate anything great. Crystal Slowly, I thought, ran a solid race. Transitions were okay. Does not yet seem to be back in the form of her 10.99. But again, okay. And I'm going to say it. I don't think any of you should expect crazy times. This is like two and a half weeks out of the Olympic Games. None of these athletes are going to be really pushing themselves, or should be pushing themselves, unless they're rounding into form, like we saw Andre DeGrasse do the men's 200 meters earlier, running his first sub 21 for the season in the men's 200 meters. Andre DeGrasse looks good. Anyway, let's get back to Tia Clayton. So I don't think this is going to be a great indicator of where Tia Clayton is at. This is not the execution that we saw her run at Jamaica National Championships. She still has all that leg speed, and I'm going to say it again. Her execution wasn't great, and I honestly did not anticipate her running any sub-11 here. I would have been surprised if she did, and I think her coaches would have been a little upset. She's just getting her legs under her and, you know, going through the motions, and I suspect she should be working at a particular point in her race, whatever her race weakness points are. So she took second, Crystal Slowly took third, Natasha Morrison took fourth. It was a good look for Jamaica. And I know many of you are disappointed with the time, which is why I'm stressing that you should not be expecting crazy times at this point, unless the athlete is just trying to see where they're at, like Andre DeGrasse did in the 200 meters, which we'll talk about in another video. Tia Clayton did what she was supposed to do here. I thought her run was okay. Crystal Slowly, I think, was a little bit more impressive to me. Natasha Morrison just hasn't sparked this season. You know, it happens, people. Sometimes you have a great season, sometimes you just don't have a great season. She just hasn't sparked. Crystal Slowly is a really good look for the future. I am very excited to see what she does when she graduates from her architecture school or get her degree or whatever it is that she's doing in architecture, and she can really, if she chooses to focus on track and field, because she's crazy talented. We don't have a problem with crazy talented people coming up, but Tia Clayton, I just wanted to address this. She came second at the Gulai István Memorial 2024 in the women's 100 meters behind the American Tamara Davis. Tamara Davis ran a solid race right through. Her form looked good, but again, and she ran, but I also think Tamara Davis had more in the tank to be. I don't expect any of these athletes to be running. It would be insane just weeks before the Olympics. Like I said, unless you're trying to see where you're at. So, you watch the race. What do you think? Are you impressed? Are you disappointed? Now don't forget to hit the subscribe, and this of course apologies in my 2 cents. Now don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button. Remember your royals, kings and queens. Bless up.